Hey gang, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and welcome back here to another edition of the Fishing Teacher. Today we're going to give some tips and advice on fishing a live rubber jig and sort of like tell you when you want to use live rubber, why live rubber is better. Just give you some general information. If you're not familiar with what a live rubber jig is, we're going to give you a good intro for that. So anyway, guys, here's what we got here a little bit. This is my signature series. This is my Block It Old School jig, which is live rubber material. And also, guys, I'll put the link in the description of this video. If you guys want to order some, you can put them there. And I'm going to hold it up in comparison with the silicone skirt. Now, here's the difference. You know, here's the sort of the between the two. Silicone comes in a wider variety of colors because you can have different flake and translucency, but you can see the skirt looks different. It's a little bit stiffer, where the live rubber is actually, that's what it says, it's like a rubber band. It's got a little bit more action, but the thing about it is you're limited to just your base colors, like your black, brown, solid colors like blue, orange. You don't have the translucence. So that's the basically difference of the skirt designs here. Now, specifically what we're talking about when you want to use a live rubber jig. The times that I like using the live rubber jig, guys, is if you're fishing a jig in a little bit off-colored water. So if that water visibility is, say, under 3 feet in visibility, that's when I go to live rubber, because there's something about, there's a glow that the live rubber puts off in the water that silicone does not put off. And there's something about it. I just get more bites on live rubber jigs in water visibility anywhere between 6 inches to 3 feet. Now, if the water's over 3 feet clarity, sometimes I'll go to the silicone because I can get into more translucent colors like watermelons and greens and stuff like that they're not quite as obtrusive. But for the most part, if I can get by with a live rubber, I just think bass, I think you get more bites on it. I mean, I just think it looks better. I think it triggers the bigger fish to bite, and it's just all around, you know, just a good choice for that. Now, the colors on live rubber, like I said, you're limited, but I basically stick with either a black and blue or some type of brown combination. Like this is the brown, blue, and orange. But I usually use like a straight brown or brown and orange if the water visibility is sort of in that 2 to 3 foot range. And if it's under 2 feet, a lot of times I'll go with a black or a black and chartreuse. But anyway, guys, this is, like I said, my Block It Old School jig. If you can get by with it, try rubber. Rubber is one of the reasons that you don't see rubber anymore is they're very labor intensive and a little bit more costly. First of all, it's difficult to get the material. There's only 1 or 2 places in the country you can get it. And then you can see here, this is a hand-tied skirt. It's been hand-tied with wire. Whereas the silicone skirts, this is just a collar that they slip over it, and that collar will rot out, but this wire tie doesn't. So what you have to do is when they tie these, they have to put the skirt layers in there, then they have to hand tie it and wrap it, and then cut it to length. So it's a lot more labor intensive than the silicone, but it's well worth it in my opinion. So anyway, guys, try them out, live rubber jigs. Like I said, I'll put that link in the description where you can get them. And it's how I started out, because what happened is jigs initially, they were made out of like bucktail and marabou. And then in the late 1970s, the live rubber came into existence, and they stayed up until pretty much like the mid 1990s. And then the silicone skirt material came out like that. And most people went to the silicone skirt because it was cheaper, quicker to tie. And the live rubber sort of fell by the wayside, but it's starting to make a resurgence since we're having some different, you know, companies put these out now. I'd highly suggest giving it a try. So anyway, I think it's going to help you guys catch some good fish. We'll talk later.